Welcome to the CoastalCraftFilAm channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step process on how I did our passport application for a passport book. So it's going to be my first time to apply for my US passport since I just got my citizenship. My 4 children will be applying passports as well. 2 of them had their passport before when they were still little, but it's already expired, so I have to renew it. And then 2 of my other children would need a brand new passport. So I'm going to show you the step-by-step process on how I did it. And I'll also show you on how I saved money on the passport photos by doing a DIY. So let's start with the forms. So first you would need to go to Google and search for a passport acceptance facility near me. So when you do that, it's going to pull up all the closest location, and then you can pull up their phone number, like for example Yamhill County, Oregon. You can pull up their website and then you can get their phone number there. Like you can get their phone number. Here's the phone number, and you can schedule your appointment. So what I did was I called that phone number, I scheduled the appointment, and also verified the forms and the fees that I would need. So when I called them, they clarified the information that I got on the website. So here is the number one tip. If you print your own like photocopies for like birth certificates, driver's license, and all those other forms, they won't charge you for the fee. So the regular fee is like $35 for execution fee, but if you don't print your own, or you don't print your own, or you don't photocopy your own documents, you will be charged an additional $2.50. So instead of paying $35, you will be paying $37.50. So that's what I got from them when I called them. So first, let's go over the requirements that's needed. So let's get the money aspect out of the way. So when you apply for a passport book, which we're doing because we're doing international, you can get a passport card if you're just going locally within the United States. But if you're going overseas or international, you would need to get a passport book. So the fee for that for an adult is $130 plus a $35 execution fee. And then for minors, it's $100 plus the $35 execution fee. So what I did is I just consolidated all the fees, the execution fees. There's 5 of us, so that's 35 times 5. So I got a money order for $175, and you would have to pay that to your local post office that's doing your passport, the process of your passport. So that's the execution fee, and that's separate from the passport fee. So get yourself the $175, for instance, for us, and then you would need to get a separate money order for each of the person. So for me, for instance, I'm an adult and I'm a new applicant, so my fee would be $130. Then I got 4 children, so that's $100 each. So that's $400 for all my children plus myself. That's $530 for all of us. So yeah, just get that out of the way. Pay. So this is very important. So you would pay to the order of for the passport fee, the $530, you would have to do U.S. Department of State. You would address it to that. And then the $175 fee, that's for your local post office where you're applying, so the execution fee. So in total, we're paying $705 for 5 of us. And that's because we're printing our own documents. If not, then you would have to pay the additional $2.50 per person. So since that is out of the way, that's the Western Union money order, that's out of the way. Let's talk about the photos. So what I did was I looked into it, and they actually charge you around $18 per person to do like a professional photo in Walgreens, or even online. They have some apps that would let you check your photo and then make sure it's meeting the specification. So what I did is I just did my own photo shoot. I had like a white background, like our door, and then I edited it myself, and I downloaded an app, like a passport app, to make sure I'm meeting the guidelines that's specified on the website, their website. So I got all these printed, and I paid in Walgreens they had like a 50% off, so this is actually just like $2 or $3. And then I think, let me see here. See, I printed this for myself. This is like $1.70, and then I print my kids some. It's like less than $3, so it's very cheap. And then you would just need a cutting board. Make sure you have a cutting board because it would make the cuts really precise. And yeah, that's what we did with our 2x2 photos. So that one is taken care of. And then after that, you would need your proof of citizenship. If you're a U.S. citizen, you would just need your birth certificate. I'm not going to show you my certificate, but it's this one. I got my citizenship here, for certificate of citizenship, and then I made a photocopy of my marriage license, a photocopy of my birth certificate from the Philippines, and the marriage license, and then a photocopy of my citizenship. So that's what's in this folder. And then we have here, this is the most important part, this is the actual application. So you will see this in the website, for the official website of the U.S. Department of State. This is the DS-11 application. So you can fill out the form online, and you can also print out a form that's not filled yet. So this is the form that's not filled yet. An example of a filled out form is, let me see here. Oh, and before I proceed, for instance, you lost your old passport, like my two children. I'm not sure if I can find their old one. They do have an old one that's already expired. You would need to print out this, I think DS-46. It's a form, DS-64. So you would need to print this along with a DS-11. I have two here because I have two children that have had previously passports that are, I think my husband has their passport, but I just want to make sure that I've got everything covered. So I also printed this one. So it's called DS-64. So just, if you lost it, you just have to fill this out. And then the DS-11. So let's linger on this one because this is the most important part. So when you fill this out, if you're doing a passport book, check this. And then if you are, sorry, it's a little bit dark. Let's see. If you travel a lot, you can do a large book, non-standard. I just did a regular book because we don't really travel a lot. You need to put your last name, your first name, your middle, date of birth, your sex, place of birth, social security, USCIS registration A number, which I have because I have an A number, and then your email address, mailing address. If you don't fit your mailing address here, you can use the second line, your city, your state, your zip, your country, primary contact number. And then if you're married, you have to write your previous last name here. And then don't answer this part. This is what you're going to answer when you get there. And then here is where you're going to put your 2x2 photo. I think don't paste it here. I think they will staple it here when you get to the post office. And then the next page is, you're going to put your name again, your date of birth, and then your parents' information, like your mom, and then first name of your mom and the middle name of your mom, last name, birth date, and so on. And then, have you been married, yes or no, your spouse, birth date, place of birth, U.S. citizen or not a U.S. citizen, date of marriage, and those information if you're widowed or divorced, additional contact number, occupation, height, eye color, hair color, travel plans. This is optional, by the way. You can write us down. Just I think it's wise to write down the dates for like tentative dates, so they will prioritize your application. So it says here, if you have no travel plans, please write none. But I did write ours just to make sure we get it by middle of May. And then you can put the countries to be visited. And then you gotta write your address again here. I'll complete if PO box listed in the mailing address is different from mailing address. So you can skip this part if it's the same as your original mailing address. So emergency contact, phone number, relationship, and then it's going to ask you, have you ever applied for a US passport book? I said no. And then yeah, submit the application. So that's the whole form. So it's 2 pages. And you can actually fill this out online and then print it out. So that's the option. And then let's see if I missed anything. It's an example of the pre-filled one. It's in colored. It doesn't have to be colored when you print it. I just did a black and white, but I pre-filled mine, and then the kids I just did the ones that was not filled. So I did mine pre-filled online, and then the kids I just did it by hand. You could just use a black ink ball pen. So yeah, I made sure extra copies for my citizenship, certification of citizenship, and then yeah, I made 2 copies of that. And then this is a copy of the front and back of my driver's license and my husband's driver's license. You need to make sure that if you have children or minors, you need to be present, and your spouse needs to be present during the application, and you need to have a photocopy of the back, the front and back of the IDs, of your IDs. Just that's required. So I made a couple copies of his ID, driver's license, and my driver's license. So I made a couple of copies. I think I made 6 copies of those. See? So the last part is the photocopy of my children's birth certificate. So I got 4 children here. There's 4 birth certificates. I made like 3 copies each. Make sure you have a copy, because you'll be charged when you get to the post office if you don't have copies. So I made copies of that. And I think I did not miss anything. I think I've got everything covered. So I hope this video is helpful. And if you have any questions, or application date is tomorrow. So if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll comment back on how it went. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.